people wave. I make it a count to wave every day. Yeah, it sounds silly, doesn't it? But you know what? A wave connects with another person. I have no problem walking up to homes in the job that I do, delivering bad news, and shaking a hand and say, "Hey, I'm not here to hurt anything." With every economic level, in every race. People have told me on Facebook that I'm a racist because I'm against certain things, or I feel a certain way, or I support the Second Amendment, or I support the sovereignty of being a U.S. citizen and how we as a citizenry are allowing that status of citizen, whether by birth or whether you came over here and earned it the correct way, to be trashed and disrespected. And then to get caught up in the propaganda of what's going on our southern borders, which isn't anywhere close to what's really going on, I'm sure. Because you got the left saying that we're shooting kids or pointing guns at kids, when the kids are only 20% of the people coming over the border. So I blame us as a nation. Our greatest enemy is ourselves. We've become complacent. We've become plugged into the TV and cable news. We've been plugged into a 24-hour news cycle that has to make stuff up or manipulate things to get ratings for commercial, for money. Gone to this 30-minute news shows at the end of a long day at work where a man of integrity, an anchor man, would sit down and give us the news of the day without bias. Without contempt towards one political party or another. One of the hardest shows I watch is the Rachel Maddow show. I can't stand watching her because she's just so snarky. And the things that she says make it seem like if you disagree with her, you're stupid. When some of the stuff she says is so stupid that I can't even believe it's coming out of her mouth. To be quite honest with you, as educated as she is. But you know what? She's getting a paycheck. She's getting paid. She's a multi-millionaire many times over, telling me that I need to give up more of my income. I'm not a multi-millionaire yet. Working on it. So I blame us. So what can we do about it? How can we change it? Well, we're going to bring on in the second segment here, we're going to bring on two people that we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that and maybe get some answers. To be quite honest with you, I would have loved to have somebody that kind of doesn't support the Second Amendment come on and talk to me. But no one wants to come on my show. I got one page that says, never come on my crappy little show. He's got less than 1,000 likes. My show page has almost 4,000 hits on it. And the Armed Radio page is well into almost 150,000. So, that's working out for him. But anytime he wants to come on, it's open. It's open mic. All right, stick around after we get back from this break. Ryan Lee and Beth Banister will be joining me live right here. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Armed Radio Global Network, and you are on the air.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at route106motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. route106motors.com.
Arriva da Firenze, Italia, Nesti Dante. Il sapone realizzato a mano, ispirato al bel paesaggio fiorentino e agli incantevoli profumi delle colline toscane. Splendidamente confezionato a mano in un'elegante carta fiorentina di ispirazione rinascimentale. Prodotto rispettando l'antica arte italiana della saponeria, grazie al metodo Coltron. Nesti Dante rimane una delle poche compagnie nel mondo che continua a tramandare il metodo tradizionale di saponificazione. Tecnica, creatività e ricerca si incontrano con la nobile antica arte italiana della saponeria. Sapone artigianale, di fama internazionale, sapone di lusso. Per maggiori informazioni visita il sito www.nestidante.com.
There is nothing in this world that can make or break your day like a comfortable pair of shoes. And if you're a woman like me, then the perfect shoes are as seductive as the perfect full-bodied wine coupled with a smooth, dark Belgian chocolate. Or a steaming hot bubble bath at the end of a long day. Let's be real, ladies. The perfect pair of shoes can even be better than spine-tingling, bone-melting, body-shivering. Well, you know what I mean. So, where do you get your perfect pair of shoes? Savvy Souls, where chic meets comfort at the intersection of satisfaction, swank, and trendy. Go to www.forsavvysouls.com for 50 to 70% off on the latest spring styles, or find them on Facebook today.
We love your dogs and kitties. We love them, yes we do. So when you want to give a gift, a cake or treat or two, PamperedPawGifts.com is the place for you. Yes, PamperedPawGifts.com is the place for you.
Whether building, expanding, or remodeling, the name in site work is Savino Contracting. Experts in demolition, excavation, sewer and septic tank installation, and site prep. Get in touch on Twitter at Savino Contract or call 508-989-0960 or email to evsavino@yahoo.com. Savino Contracting has what it takes to get the job done.
Savino Wine Preservation System is wine preservation glassware. Savino is an easy-to-use wine preservation system that allows you to enjoy your favorite wines anytime without waiting for an occasion. Open any bottle with confidence, knowing that you can enjoy the full original flavor of Tuesday's wine on Saturday. For more information, visit us at www.savinowine.com. Today's wine, tomorrow.
Are you an entrepreneur looking to get your business off the ground? Or are you an established business in need of a plan to present to an investor? Keljo Solutions can provide you with the plan that presents you and your business to others in an organized, professional package. With affordable rates, we have the plan to fit your budget. Visit us on the web at www.keljo.net and watch your business grow.
Your search for love and companionship ends here. Join now at TalkToSingles.com for free. It's a new, high-quality, internet-based personal dating service that allows single men and single women to meet and engage in electronic conversation in the safety and comfort of their home computer. It's a dedicated team providing online dating services for successful matchmaking. Join today absolutely for free and start connecting with singles in your area now. And check out the Android app. Go to TalkToSingles.com. That's singles.com.
El Paso, Texas. Get ready for amateur MMA at its finest on August 30th. Enlightened Warriors present Belts of Honorius 7, featuring such fights as Stephanie Elba versus Gabby Romero and Danny Grado versus Jesse Briggs. Doors open at 4:30 p.m. Bell time is at 5:30 p.m. Located at the Wolves Den Gym, 1010 Wall Street. Get your tickets now at CageTix.com. This event is sanctioned by TDLR and card is subject to change. All right, welcome back to the show. Tonight's show is brought to you by Eat24.com and Ring Central, who is sponsoring our celebrity hotline. Thank you very much for your support with Eat24. What you do is you go to Eat24.com, you put in your zip code, and Eat24.com will find for you a restaurant in your area that will deliver. And they can bring food right to your home. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of like having a food truck in your pants. There's also an app, E24 app. You can get it on the iPhone or the Google Play Store for free. And put it on your phone. E24.com, proud sponsor of Armed Radio Global. All right, we're going to have Beth Banister and Ryan Lee. Ryan Lee, of course, is the admin for Rifles and Reason, and Beth Banister is one of the admins for Second Right. Please welcome to the show Beth Banister and Ryan Lee.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? I don't know if you guys listened to the first part of the show, but in my monologue, I was talking about the state. Really what I want to talk about here isn't whether or not the cop was guilty or not guilty or the kid that got shot down. We were talking about Ferguson in Missouri because I don't believe the entire facts of the case have come out. This just comes from being a law enforcement officer and understanding the propaganda and the dissemination of information. But what really concerns me is just that. I mean, have you guys noticed how the information is coming out both for and against this police officer? Have you noticed how it's just coming out kind of piecemeal?
I feel that it's coming out piecemeal, but from my understanding, and obviously I'm not an officer or ever been an officer, so maybe you can shed a little bit of light on this. But my thing is that, from what I've heard, is that when an officer is involved in a shooting, they usually wait about 24 to 48 hours to, ask the questions, so that way they can recollect what happened. It's not an immediate overnight what happened.
Well, actually, right immediately after the shooting, the officer's gun is taken by the homicide unit, because the homicide unit investigates all officer-involved shootings. So it's secured in the condition of the last shot.
Okay.
The next thing that happens is the officer is taken to a hospital and his blood is drawn. And then from there he goes and he sits down and he has what's called the initial interview. The initial interview is when everything is fresh in his mind. It just happened. There's usually a counselor there with him because this is a traumatic event. I mean, everybody has this impression that cops shoot people and are high-fiving. This isn't the movies. When you take another person's life or when you discharge a firearm as a police officer, that's called a traumatic event. So he should have what's called a trauma partner that will go with him and just be a support, just kind of lead him around and make sure he's okay. So, and then within the next 24 hours after he's, if he needs medical help, or just needs to kind of get wired down a little bit, then they'll have what's called an interview. And then internal affairs and the detective from homicide will sit down and they'll go through step by step everything that happened. And, they'll get his official story. And that's kind of how I'm pretty sure it's the same in most departments. It's I mean, but what I'm getting is I think the press knows this. But if the press, see, we're hearing conflicting stories. We're hearing all these stories leak out. One story is that Mike Brown was on his knees begging for his life. That was the initial thing that came out. And then he was gunned down. Then it came out that no, he wasn't on his knees. He was running away. And then it came out
the cop and trying to take his gun.
And then another story came out that he was attacking the police officer and that the police officer has injuries. I mean, it's just all this. If you listen to the left, if you listen to the black leadership that's on TV, if you listen to the protesters, this kid didn't deserve to die. For nothing, because he was unarmed. Well, on the other side, you got the folks that support the police officer, and we got and all this information is secondhand. And somebody said, "Well, no, the witness, the guy that was with him, that was firsthand. He was there, yeah, but he's not going to say anything to make his buddy look bad, especially if he's been coached on what to say." And if you don't think he's been coached on what to say, you're naive. You don't get